everyone, welcome to Geeking Out with Mellymel. I'm Melissa. Today I am bringing you a pin tag. You guys know that I love pins and it's been a while since last time I did a pin tag. So I figured what better way to welcome the month of February than with a pin tag. Now today's pin tag was created by Becka over at Disneykittee and Yvette over at Happily Ever Yvee. Now the name of this pin tag is For the Love of Disney Pin Collection tag. Now this pin tag consists of 14 prompts and I was super excited that Becka tagged me to do this because I love pins and I really wanted to do a pin tag this year, and I was super excited to pick all the pins for this tag. I wanted to make sure that the pins that I picked out weren't pins that you guys have seen before, although there's a couple in there that you might have seen before, but they just really fit the categories really well. But let me stop talking and let's see some pins. All right, so let's get started. So for prompt number 1, we have the Fairest of Them All. Share a pin featuring your favorite Disney princess. Now, if you guys have been around my channel for a little bit, you might already know who my favorite princess is. Yes, it is Belle. Now this pin that I'm going to show you is by Artland UK. Now this is such a pretty pin. If you guys remember Acme is no longer around, but instead Artland UK bought the rights to all the Acme pins. Now when you see the back of the pin, you'll see that the waffling on the back is the waffling that Acme used to use, because again, now Artland bought that license and we'll see a bunch more Artland pins in the future. But for now, this is my very first Artland UK pin and I think they did a fabulous job with this pin. And as we get a little closer to the pin, we notice some glittery accents on Belle's dress. And here we have the back of the pin. As I had mentioned earlier, the waffling on the back is the same waffling that the Acme pins used to have. This pin is limited edition of 250 and this is actually an AP pin or artist proof. All right, so moving on to the second prompt, we have Someday My Prince Will Come. Share a pin featuring your favorite Disney prince. Now, I'm sure you can guess who my prince is gonna be. It's gonna be the Beast, but in human form, or Prince Adam. And this is also an Acme pin. But if I'm not mistaken, when this pin was released, it was still Acme. It wasn't Artland just yet. And here we have the back of the pin. And this pin is also limited edition. Now the lettering on the back is really tiny, but I am pretty sure it says limited edition of 200. Well, since I had 2 Prince Adam pins, I figured I'd show both of them. I actually got this pin through an Instagram live sale. This is an older pin. This is a pin from 2002. And as you can see, the back of this pin is a little bit different from what we typically see. But it does have the pin trading logo. All right, so we're going to move on to the third prompt, and it says, Kiss the Girl. Share a pin that features smooching. Now this pin I got as a gift in a box swap, and it features another Disney couple that I really like. Here we have Jessica and Roger Rabbit kissing under the mistletoe. I think this pin is absolutely adorable. It says Toontown on the side. Now this is an older pin as well. This pin is from 2007 and it is limited edition of 250. All right, so for prompt number 4, we have A Whole New World. Share a pin that reminds you of a magical or romantic place. This is a Happy New Year 2017 pin, but if you think about it, Disney, Magic Kingdom, I mean, those are the most magical places on earth. Just Disney in general, and then Magic Kingdom. Yes, to me, this screams magical and romantic place. It has a countdown to the new year. I also really like that Mickey is holding Minnie's hand, so cute. And here we have the back of the pin. As you can see, it has the typical Mickey waffle print on the back, and this pin is limited edition of 5,000. All right, so for prompt number 5, we have Remember Me. Share a pin that reminds you of someone you love. And here we have this 65th anniversary of the adventures of Ichabod Crane and Mr. Toad. I chose this pin because my husband loves Mr. Toad, so every time I see a Mr. Toad pin, I think of him. And here's the back of the pin. This is a Disney Studio Store Hollywood pin. And we see that on the back, we have their iconic ice cream cone waffling. And this pin is limited edition of 400. All right, so on to prompt number 6. Number 6 says, baby mine. Share a pin of your favorite Disney baby, whether it's human, animal, or other. So I decided to go with this pin. This pin is part of a mystery limited release pin set that came out in 2016 for the 25th anniversary of Beauty and the Beast. This year, 2021, is actually the 30th anniversary, so I actually cannot wait to see what kind of Beauty and the Beast pins we're going to get this year. Now here we are seeing Chip in human form. And here we have the back of the pin. Limited release. And it does have the logo for the 25th anniversary of Beauty and the Beast. All right, so we are on to prompt number 7. And number 7 says, you'll be in my heart. Share a heart-shaped pin. Now I have a few heart-shaped pins, but I thought this pin is really cute because it's really delicate and I just needed to show you. I think this pin is so pretty. This is a WDI or Walt Disney Imagineering pin. This pin is limited edition of 250 and it features Lumiere and the plumet. It is so pretty. I don't quite remember when it came out, but I want to say it was probably either 2018 or 2019. I really like the roses on the pin. And these WDI pins have their own waffling. Here we have the Sorcerer Mickey hat waffling on the back. And it does say Walt Disney Imagineering exclusive. All right, so for number 8, we have Can You Feel the Love Tonight? Share a pin featuring a nighttime scene or set. I decided to go with this New Year 2021 pin because I found it so pretty. We have Mickey and Minnie sitting on a bench in front of the castle, just waiting to welcome year 2021. We see a starry night sky behind them and we see some fireworks and they're holding 2021 balloons. I thought this pin was just so cute. And here we have the back of the pin. It is a golden color and it is a limited edition of 5,000. Okay, so for number 9, we have You're All the Music I Need. Share a pin related to music. Now, this pin I have shown before, but it is such a pretty pin that I had to show it again. We have Belle and Beast. This pin is part of the Magical Melodies pins. If I'm not mistaken, this came out in 2017. That year, they came out with 4 of these. They had a Figment one, they had this one, they had a Mickey one, and I forget what the 4th one was. I want to say it was Lion King. And it spins. And this moves. And we see some musical notes on the pin as well. And here's the back of the pin, and it is limited edition of 1500. All right, so for number 10, we have Laughter is Timeless. Share a silly pin. Now, by now, you guys might have noticed that I have a bit of a theme with the pins that I've picked out. Here we have Bees enjoying what it looks like a float or some sort of milkshake. And he's made quite a mess. This is another Disney Studio Store Hollywood pin, and this one is limited edition of 500. Okay, so we're almost done here. I have 4 more pins to show you. So for number 11, we have You're My Greatest Adventure. Share a pin featuring one of your favorite Disney adventures. Could be an attraction, story, character, etc. Okay, so there are many reasons as to why I picked this pin. This was my very first mini jumbo pin, and also in 2015 is when I decided to start collecting pins. So this pin definitely took me into an adventure because pin collecting and pin trading has been such a fun adventure. Not only does it mark the beginning of my pin collecting adventure, but they no longer have the water tower at Hollywood Studios, so that's another reason why this pin is so special. Or if we're not calling it the water tower, the ear tower. And this pin is limited edition of 500. For prompt number 12, we have Shining, Shimmering, Splendid. Share a pin with glitter. I love glitter, so I had a few glittery pins, but I felt like this specific pin was just really perfect for this. This pin right here was part of the Love Letter pins that came out in 2016. This series featured different characters, but I really love this Roger and Jessica Rabbit pin, and the pin opens up. And it says, I love you more than anyone has ever loved anyone. It is a golden color on the back, and this pin is a limited edition of 3,000. All right, so we have 2 more pins to go. For prompt number 13, we have Love is an Open Door. Share a pin that features a door. For example, a hinge pin. Now this pin is from the Doorways to Disney pin series that came out in 2017. This one is a Haunted Mansion pin because I love Haunted Mansion. I also love Pirates of the Caribbean, but I thought this pin was just so cool. And this pin is a slider. But then the door also opens. And on the inside, not only do we see the Haunted Mansion wallpaper, but we see the hitchhiking ghost. And this is the back of the pin, and this pin is limited edition of 4,000. All right, so last but definitely not least, we have the final prompt. So for number 14, we have Happily Ever After. Share a pin featuring your favorite Happily Ever After couple. So let's see if you guys guess right and see who I picked for this pin. I love Belle and Beast, but I wanted to switch things up a little bit, so I decided to go with this Happy Valentine's Day 2005 Jessica and Roger Rabbit mini jumbo pin. You can tell that Roger is just so in love with Jessica. Even his ears form a little heart. This was actually a box pin from 2005, and it is limited edition of 750. And that's it, you guys. Let me know in the comments down below which out of these pins was your favorite. Let me know if we are pin twins on any of these pins. But before I end this video, first, Becka and Yvette, thanks so much for creating this really fun pin tag. And Becka, thank you so much for tagging me. Now I am going to tag 5 channels to play along and keep the fun going. I am going to tag Christian and Michael from McDork's Pop. I'm also going to tag Leah over at Urban Leah LM. I'm also tagging Tim and Johnny from the Game Boys. I am also tagging Erica from Erica Di Ocampo. And I'm also tagging Stacy and Travis from Stacy and Travis. So guys, tag you're in. And as usual, if you love the things that I talk about, definitely subscribe, comment, like, and hit that notification bell so that you can keep waking out with me. Bye!